What's up, everybody? So after owning the Civic for a little while now, I decided that I want to change out the head unit that's in it, just because the one that's currently in there is just factory stock, straight from Honda, and all it is just cassette player with AM/FM radio. And me personally, I prefer to listen to my own music, be able to select my own songs. So I went out today and picked up a brand new head unit, which, as you guys can see here, it is a Kenwood KDC BT368U, and it has quite a few features in it. The main thing I was looking for was being able to plug in with a USB, CD player, and also being Bluetooth. And the other nice little feature with this one is it's color changing, so I can adjust to whatever color I like. And then also ended up getting the wiring harness and the dash install kit. So I figured I'd make a kind of a how-to video out of this. I've never done this in a Honda Civic before, so I guess we'll both learn today. And I think we're going to start off with taking out the old head unit in this car, and then wiring up the new one and then putting that in. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Alright, so as you guys can see here, this is what the factory radio looks like. Like I said, it's just cassette player. I don't know why it says CD because there's no CD player in here. And it's just AM/FM radio. So I guess to start things off, or from what I've seen, we have to take out this entire center console piece. And I don't know, I've seen like other places where they said that there's like a trim ring around this, but this is on a 2001 Honda Civic and I don't see that. Other things I've seen is that you're supposed to take this centerpiece off. So let's go and try to get that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these plastic trim tools, which is right here. That way I don't have to damage any of the plastics. So there's the first one out. And then it looks like, I don't know how well you guys can see it here. There's a couple of screws down in here. So we'll go and take those out next. So now we got the two screws that are out from inside there. It looks like we have to slide these seats forward. And there's a screw on this side, and there's also one on the other side. So now that screw is out. Looks like there's a little push button tab right there. So we'll try to get that out next. And on these you just push in the little centerpiece and then it comes out just like that. I think there's one on the other side as well. So now I think the center console should just grab from the back here. Yep, looks like it just lifts up now. Nope. Looks like our shifter's in the way. Let's go ahead and get that moved. So you guys have it. That's out. And now next, I'm not sure if this thing just pops out. Yeah. Well, that was easy. So let's try to undo this clip here. So now that one's out. And then I think, from what I've seen online, there should be two screws up inside here. I don't know how well you guys can see it. One there and one There. So let's try to get those out. I believe they're 8mm screws.
There's one. There's two.
So now we got those 2 screws out from underneath. I think we can just go around this with our plastic trim tool and pop this loose. Let's try it. That sounds horrible. So now we got some wires back here to disconnect. There you guys have it. We got the entire thing out now. So now we got that out. You guys can see here, this one here is the main harness for the radio. This here was for the parking hazards, and then I believe the 3 green ones here were mostly HVAC controls. So I guess now we can go ahead and wire up the new radio, that we can plug it into this factory harness and then try to put in our dash install kit. Alright, so here's the wire harness connector that we get. Looks just like that. This is pretty basic. And then here's the harness that comes with the radio. It looks like it should be pretty simple. Just mostly match up the colors. On this, I don't think we're going to use... let me see this paper here. Orange is illumination, so we're probably not going to use that one. And then I think the other one was blue, power antenna, which I think we're just going to tie in to power, which is here, and it's the red. But other than that, you have your 2 purples, 2 greens, 2 grays, 2 whites, and then you have ground, and this is just 12-volt battery. And they should all just match up with these here, which speakers, power, more speakers, and then just ground. So let's go ahead and try to wire this up. First thing we're going to want to do is strip back each of the wires that we're going to be using here. So we got this here, that'll strip them. And I guess we'll just go ahead and start going. And these ones here should all just slide off. I'm not using orange. And before I go ahead and start soldering these together, I'm going to put a heat shrink on each one. there you guys have it. We got all these, got the heat shrink on them and ready to go. So now all we do is just match color to color and solder these together. So now you guys can see there should be all of them. Like I said, we're not going to use the orange one. So everything should be good now. So all I got to do is just slide up shrink wrap over top of these, and I'll just take a heat gun and shrink all these down. So you guys have it. We got them all sealed off. Got the heat shrink wrap on them. So now I'm going to tie this one off here with just some electrical tape, and then we'll go ahead and bundle these all up together and then electrical tape all the way around them. So you guys have it. Nice clean bundle, got it all wrapped up. I think it looks pretty good. So we will go ahead and get this into the car and in the radio. But first, we need to go ahead and disassemble the old radio so we can put the new one in. So it looks like to disassemble this one, we've got 4 screws on this side, plus the 2 right there. And there is, oh, it looks like we gotta take out the HVAC controls as well. So there's 1, 2, 3 there, and then another 4 screws here and 2 down there. So let's go ahead and take out these HVAC controls first. And I think these knobs have to come off. I'm not sure if they just pull out. Yep. So you guys can see that one. There's your HVAC controls. Those are out. And like I said, there's just 2 screws there, 4 on the sides, along with 2 over here and 4 on this side. Well, that was cool. Well, there you guys have it. As you can see, the radio just slides forward, or in my case, just fell out. So, there's the old one. I'll probably hang on to this one if it still works. But now all we gotta do is just go ahead and cut this one, or make this fit, and go ahead and install it here and put the new radio in. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so here's the radio. I got it out of the box. I took this metal shroud off of it. And then on the kit, it's a Metra kit. Since this is like the non-SI model or something like that, it says to use this piece here. We're supposed to use this part here. I don't know, it's not really the best instructions, but it looks like we take our own faceplate off of this one. Set that one off to the side. And as far as this goes, this is supposed to just slide into here. Just like that, so that's in there now. And the radio is supposed to slide through here. This is supposed to slide on. Which that doesn't make any sense because it just falls out. I guess it made noise there. It's obviously locked in place. I mean, that's held in place there. I think we need to put this piece back on because I have to have something to bolt to. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's a hole there that lines up, and I think I can thread this screw in here to maybe lock it in place. Alright, so here it is, all done, all installed. As you can see from the side, we still maintain using the same bracket and everything. Got the HVAC controls all back and installed. I went ahead, I didn't like the Metra kit's faceplate, so I went ahead and used the Kenwood one. I thought it looked a lot better than this one. This one looks kind of cheap. And plus it hides a lot of stuff that was around there. Like you couldn't, like when this was on there, I felt like you could still see some of the metal brackets behind it, so I feel like the Kenwood one that comes with it hides it a little bit better. So now we'll go ahead and install this in the car. Alright, so before we put the radio actually in, let's go ahead and get our harness plugged in. This should just plug in. Yep, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that back there. We're going to need our antenna. So let's get this plugged in here. So plug the radio in first. And then our antenna. So now we got it plugged in. Let's go ahead and test and see if it works. Hey. It's making noises. Sweet. We got that radio working. What's the other options? We got USB, which is this, and Bluetooth, which I'll have to set my phone up for this. This is awesome. At least we know it works now. So I guess I can go and finish buttoning everything back up, and we can go and finish this install. So there you guys have it. We got the head unit in the car and it's all done. I think it turned out pretty good. Definitely gonna be nice having actual music to listen to rather than just the radio all the time with the USB and the Bluetooth settings. So that'll be awesome. One thing I did notice when I was listening to it, speakers sound a little bit tinny, so might have to upgrade those. So look forward to that in a future video. But other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.